We'll make that 6 in a row for the Phillies. Yo, what is going on, everybody? Welcome to Phillies Hot Stove Media. To recap in tonight's game between the Phillies and the Pittsburgh Pirates as the Phillies defeat the Pirates by the final score of 6-0, as they now have taken the first 2 games in this 3-game series and now have secured at least a series win, as we have now won our 6th straight. Now, guys, before getting into this video, please subscribe if you have not yet. Please do engage the bell. Please like this video, comment on this video, share this video, and let's get into this. So I know another nice, comfortable win for this Phillies team this evening against the Pittsburgh Pirates. They sound kind of weird to be, immediately starting off with a negative, not even a minute into this video yet. But here we go again. Another example tonight. Pushed all 6 runs across in the first 3 innings. I saw that stat tonight of us outscoring our opponents by a large margin for the first 3 innings. And it seems like that's the prime time right there. The second time through the order. For whatever reason, we are just not there. So we saw it again tonight, but a win is a win. Now, you never be able to get away with stuff like that when you're playing lousy teams like the Pirates and the Reds and the Nationals, and we've already seen that. It remains to be seen. We can't be getting away with this when we play teams like the Mets, the Dodgers. We've already seen that. As we pick up the scoring summary here in the bottom of the first inning, Realmuto battling in a 3-2 count as he doubles on a ground ball to left field. That ball was hit very hard down the line, and it was placed perfectly, ladies and gentlemen. It did kind of die as it got out towards the warning track. Rhys Hoskins, Album, and Bryce Harper all across the plate as Realmuto clears the bases, his 22nd double of the season, and it's now 3-0 Philadelphia. So the BCIB in action, right? A bases clearing double in the bottom of the first inning. What a way to start this ball game. So we are now, of course, 17 games over 500 after tonight's win. So the confidence is soaring high for this Phillies team. They're still playing baseball like they were playing baseball when Bryce Harper was not in the starting lineup every single day. Of course, he was out over 60 days. We pick it up here in the bottom of the second inning. Rhys Hoskins singles on a ground ball to center field. Gene Segura comes around to score as the Phillies now lead it 4-0. So Rhys Hoskins had a pretty rough homestand if you exclude the past 2 nights, right? I mean, he was awful against the Mets. He wasn't very good against the Reds. And he certainly has delivered the past 2 nights. So the Phillies now have a nice, comfortable 4-0 advantage. Let me pick it up here in the same inning. Album grounds out the third. And Kyle Schwarber crosses the plate as the Phillies now lead 5-0. So how about that? Brian Hayes elects to throw to first to get the shore out and allows Kyle Schwarber to come around to score. Of course, Kyle Schwarber not known for his speed. I think we all know that, right? And Kyle Schwarber not a guy that is known for having a good amount of speed. Album gets the job done right there. I mean, put the bat on the ball. Put the bat on the ball. It's not a guarantee something good is going to happen, but you're allowing for a chance for something to happen, right? Then we pick it up here in the bottom of the third inning, the final run of the ball game for the Phils, as Nick Castellanos almost looked like his old self as he homers on a fly ball to right center field. That ball just kept carrying and carrying and carrying, and that's one of the biggest perks of hitting in a hitter's park. So Castellanos rounds the bases for his 13th of the season. So a solo shot, of course. I mean, I've never seen a team hit so many solo shots. Of course, we're still doing something right now. 17 games over 500. We're still doing something right. So 6-0 Phils. So Nick Castellanos, he certainly needed that one. If he can get, around 17 for the season, I think maybe he could do that. Maybe not make it look as bad, but he certainly has, picked up the slugging percentage, since the All-Star break. It's certainly been a lot better than the first half of the season. There's no denying that. So I love it. Nick Castellanos going the other way, right out to right center field. I mean, that's what he needs to keep doing more of. So I love that violent swing, that violent, quick stroke to the baseball. It's certainly a very pretty swing, that is for sure. Kyle Schwarber out of the out spot collects his single and also scores one of the Phil's 6 runs. Also was able to draw a walk. So the on-base machine, Kyle Schwarber, we haven't seen him have a lot of on-base machines on this team. Of course, now Kyle Schwarber, I mean, he hasn't been nearly as productive as getting on base since the All-Star break. I mean, the numbers are certainly there to prove that. He has not been as productive with getting on base. But he still has an 805 OPS overall this year. He's still hitting 213. And Rhys Hoskins only hit was a big one, the RBI single up the middle to drive in the 4th run of the ballgame for the Phils. Album 1 knock tonight as well, as he also was able to collect an RBI on the ground out to keep Brian Hayes over down to third to drive in Kyle Schwarber. as Albom also was able to draw a walk tonight as well. 293 average now for Bohm to go along with a 739 OPS. It's been floating around there over the last few weeks. Nothing has really changed with that. And Bryce Harper, right, in the second game back, right? So this is his second game, first at-bat of the ball game. He lines a single out to right field, right? It was hit too hard, so unfortunately Rhys Hoskins could not score. Dusty Wathan actually did a pretty good job there, not waving Rhys Hoskins around because he would have been out by a country mile. So instead he allowed JT Mitchell. Okay, that's fine. Bryce Harper, I mean, the ball was hit too hard, so of course it couldn't score Rhys, but you know what, we're going to have another guy step up. I mean, this is a sign of a good team. This is why it's nice to have such a deep lineup. It almost seems like a little flip of the switch. You just kind of flip the switch, and now all of a sudden this guy's like the man. He is the man with runners in scoring position. He has just been so much better with runners in scoring position this year. It's just been incredible. It's weird like how drastic this change has been. A guy that like you didn't even want to even see, stand in the on-dead circle when they're guys on base, and now he has been one of our most productive players with runners in scoring position this season. And that is just such a promising thing to see. Such a big part of his game around in such a big way. Bryce Harper also intentionally walked twice. So of course he was. It's definitely going to help the OBP though. I don't think he's going to be complaining too much about that. And of course that's going to translate to the OPS, a 982 OPS this year. So he continues to sit with 50 RBIs, 15 homers, and a 319 average for the reigning National League Most Valuable Player. And JT Realmuto, only when it was a big one, the bases clearing double, his 22nd this season. So that was just incredible. A 272 average now for the BCIB and 800 OPS. He did it. This is a guy that had his OPS, in like the mid 650s for a while. It was sitting down there, man. I mean, you can't deny it. Mostly around like the 670 markers right on there. I mean, like, not good. Almost to the point where maybe you're considering, having a little platoon with Garrett Stubbs and JT Mitchell. I mean, no knock to Garrett Stubbs, but this is a guy that's not getting paid $23 million a year. That I can tell you. When you're having a guy in your payroll that's taking up this amount of money, you expect a lot. And he has finally started to deliver in a very big way. Nick Castellanos' only hit was a big one, the home run to right center field for his 13th round tripper of the season. So that was certainly nice to see. He had 268 average now for Castellanos to go along with a 711 OPS. So it certainly has improved. There's no question about that. Slowly but surely. 61 RBIs now for Nick. Over his last 7 games, a 333 average, a 333 OBP, and a 600 slugging. And over his last 30, a 336 average, a 363 OBP to go along with a 521 slugging. The reason why OPS is not as high, in my opinion, as it should be is because he's mostly hit singles. And I hate to sound negative. I'm not trying to criticize Nick Castellanos, but if he would just start to collect some more extra base hits, I mean, you certainly see that OPS shoot up much more high. Bryson Stott, a rough performance tonight for him, as his hitting streak unfortunately does come to a close. So, of course, all good things have to come to an end at some point. It is what it is. And Gene Segura, one knock tonight, of course, was his sixth double of the season. Also scoring one of the Phillies' 6 runs as well. Also drawing a walk, a 287 average now for Gene Segura. And Brandon Marsh, welcome back, was activated prior to today's ball game against the Pittsburgh Pirates as center fielder Bradley Zimmer was designated for assignment. So good riddance. Of course, that guy certainly wasn't something like you kind of would expect from a guy that was claimed off waivers. He was DFA'd by the Blue Jays. Of course, spent time with the then Cleveland Indians, now Cleveland Guardians, a guy that just wasn't really that productive. Now he is gone. So Brandon Marshall, that didn't take very long, right? I mean, that was in Cincinnati when he sprained that ankle, right? So now he is rehabbed and now he's back. Of course, he did nothing as he struck out 3 times tonight. Not really much of a surprise. This guy has still yet to prove he could hit at the big league level. It still remains to be seen. Kyle Gibson, 7 innings, 6 hits. Of course, we did pitch a shutout in this one. 1 walk and 9 strikeouts, a 4.08 ERA for Gibson. So this is the worst starter in this rotation. Think about it. And of course, when healthy, right? When Zach Wheeler normally would be in this rotation. I mean, this is the worst starter in this rotation. And he has a 4.08 ERA. I mean, that's pretty good. I mean, we have this offense performing like it is right now. Yes, we're going against a really bad baseball team in the Pittsburgh Pirates. But when you have this offense performing the way, I mean, in the Mets series, we were still making up the runs in some regard, right? And especially that final game of the series. And that was still without Bryce Harper during that time. But the fact that this pitching staff still has been as good as it's been, Now, of course, we lost Cable for the rest of the season. Who knows when Serenity is going to be back? The fact that we've still been able to hang on like this and have, just vastly improved in other areas, of our game has just been truly incredible. It's another sign. It's another sign of a good team. It's another sign of a good team. A 1-2-0 whip for Kyle Gibson now on the year. 139 innings pitched, 134 strikeouts. As I said, this is the kind of guy that bounces back and forth between being a strikeout and a pitch-to-contact out pitcher. Of course, I'd say he's probably a pitch-to-contact out pitcher, no question about that. But his curveball was very, very sharp tonight. He was very effective. Cam Coonrod fairly clean, top of the 8th inning, walking one and also striking out one as well, as he's still yet to allow a run since coming back off of the IL. Nelson, 1-2-3, top of the 9th inning, striking out 2. And that would be a Phillies win, right? So 6-0, a shutout over the Cincinnati Reds. So going into this 7-game stretch with playing the Reds and the Pirates, I said win 6 out of 7, and they have accomplished that. I mean, so that's what they do, right? I mean, they have a chance to win 7 out of 7. They've already satisfied my expectations. By sweeping the Reds and by now taking at least 2 out of 3 from the Pittsburgh Pirates. So, not to sound greedy, it's not too much to ask for. Now complete the sweep. It's not that hard. 135 the first pitch tomorrow. They're more than capable of doing it. Noah Syndergaard takes the hill 8-8 with a 3.77 ERA, going against Contreras 3-4 with a 3.86 ERA. So tomorrow certainly will be kind of more of a difficult test than the past 2 nights. But this is still a very inexperienced Pirates team. But hopefully the offense shows up tomorrow, because at times it seems like home day games, the offense isn't really there sometimes. I don't understand it, but hopefully the offense comes in and does its job. That's what I'm hoping for. Of course, I think that's a good possibility. So Noah Syndergaard taking the hill. Of course, there's probably going to be a lot of ground balls, a lot of flyouts, since he is a pitch-to-contact out pitcher. And as I've mentioned before, it's amazing that Noah Syndergaard has reinvented himself as a pitcher since having Tommy John surgery. And it shows a very big positive out of Noah Syndergaard. He's still, capable of reinventing himself, because a lot of guys cannot. So, as I mentioned before, a 3.77 ERA for Syndergaard on the year. So as I told you, I fully expect to sweep. And then, of course, we head out on the road trip to the West Coast with Arizona for 3 and San Francisco for 3 as well. And then we come back home and play the Marlins, the Nationals, the Marlins again. I mean, this is a cushy schedule. It's very easy. So I fully expect us to take care of business like we already have been. We've already taken care of business against the Nationals this year in the games we played. I mean, we've fully taken advantage of playing the Reds. We've fully taken advantage of playing the Pirates. I'm looking for us to get our revenge against the Cubs when we face them again late next month. And hopefully we could sweep them to get our revenge. Because I'm still not forgetting what happened there at Citizens Bank Park. It's not funny at all, but I'm still hoping that we can sweep them to kind of cancel out that sweep. So as I did mention, 135 the first pitch tomorrow. So Wheeler and Contreras. Of course, the Braves do lose tonight, as they're now 3 games back from the Mets. Are going to be 3.5 out once the Mets, unfortunately, do defeat the Rockies. But the Mets have to go and play the Los Angeles Dodgers. Certainly going to be an interesting thing there. I mean, 2 teams that played very well. It's going to be interesting to see what they do. And, of course, the Braves do have to play the Rockies, the team that the Mets are playing right now. The Braves have still also had a pretty nice schedule. They are playing the St. Louis Cardinals currently, as I said, they did lose tonight. So, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Please subscribe if you haven't yet. Please share and engage the bell. Please like this video, comment on this video, share this video. Check out the social media link in the description section at Phillies Hot Stove Media, Instagram. Follow me on Twitter at PHotStove Media. Call or text 267-225-5392. Email me, phillieshotsmedia@gmail.com. So, guys, thanks so much for watching. I'm Luke, and I'll talk to you. Let's go, Phils. See you guys.